Hi, Gloria Brooks here with Nature Glows East Science. Back in 2010, I lost my job at my final private school. Well, it was a faith-based, it was a Christian school, the final Christian school that I worked at. I have worked at a private school since then. It was a boarding school in 2019. But it was a blessing in disguise to lose that final job because I was so over traditional education, and I wanted to pursue democratic education where kids have a voice and a say in the things of what they're learning, how they're learning, and who they're going to be taught by. So much in mainstream education, kids do not have a voice, they do not have a say. And I was just over that style, that model of education, which is what most of our society's education is guided by. Divided subjects, tests, grades, quizzes. I was over it all. So I joined an open classroom, which comes from Europe. It was found in like the 50s and 60s and brought over to the United States. And it was tried in our public schools during the 70s and 80s. Unfortunately, I missed out on the open classroom when I was a kid in the 70s and 80s. But I had the privilege of apprenticing at an open classroom program at Heathcote Intentional Community, where I was a full member. So if you don't know what an intentional community is, it's a community of people. A lot of them are like back to the land, where they grow food together, they share housing expenses together, cook together. You know, it's like living with a family of, a chosen family, I guess you could say. So Heathcote was that for me. And there was this program for the homeschooling kids there called Open Classroom. And my eyes were really opened because here I was introduced to the day by day, and I think it was a 5-day-a-week program. It was, it was so long ago. I started a program, I took over the program the following year and facilitated the homeschool program. It was a nature-based program called Heathcote Art and Science Center, Monday, Wednesday, Friday. So I think Open Classroom was also 3 days a week for like 5 hours a day. So I was introduced to the idea of following the learner's curiosity. Instead of spoon-feeding and force-feeding children information, I got to join the games that the children chose. And they could be board games, they could be playing outside on the swing, it could be playing in the creek. And the program happened to be, Heathcote is located on 112 acres of wooded land in a beautiful valley with organic gardens, a hoop house to grow food in the winter. There was a pond, a stream, and the classroom was in this really dreamy, renovated, old grain mill. We called it the mill. And the classroom was on the second floor, had wood floors, and it was just such a homey, cozy place where we had the program. And we were outdoors, and the kids led in outdoor games, hide and seek. We read books aloud to the kids, did board games, and it was just so interesting to follow the kids' interests instead of the other way around, where I was so used to guiding children's learning. So this time I was being guided in their learning. And that's what I encourage you for Unschooling 101, if you're thinking about and considering becoming an unschooler, is learn to watch your kids and observe them carefully. First of all, the number one thing you want to do before unschooling is to de-school. Just take a total vacation where you're not thinking about academics whatsoever, not doing any kind of school, taking a vacation and observing what your kids enjoy doing, and then getting the resources to directly help them, assist them in their learning curiosity, whether it be books, games, puzzles, going to the thrift store and just getting items that your kids love, having them there with you so they can decide if they want it or not, so you're not wasting time and money. And then even hand making things, you may not have the funds to buy things for all of your kids to build a resource accumulation of things for their learning curiosity. So You can hand make things. You can make games. You can download free games from Teachers Pay Teachers, free board games. They can create board games around things that they enjoy doing the most. All right, so I hope that you enjoy those tips today, and that if you have any questions about unschooling, just go ahead down at the bottom. Ask your question in the comments. Share your thoughts. What are your thoughts about observing your kids' learning curiosity and being led by their interests instead of force-feeding information to them? Share your thoughts. Also, grab your copy of my Math Learning Secrets, where I teach you basically to deschool and unschool math using your child's math and science top interests and combining them for a unit study style learning, which also can work with unschooling unit studies because it's according to your child's interests. And then you're just gathering resources around the topic that they're interested in. So grab the Math Learning Secrets today while the price is that low. Also bundled with it as an optional add-on is my Geometric Beauty of Snowflakes 3-part unit study. Kids love studying snowflakes. Show it to them, see if they're interested, and click on it and order it. And I hope to see you on the inside. So Math Learning Secrets will help you liberate your homeschool family from academic math's drudgery through fun and real-life connections, such as what unschooling can afford you. And I teach you how to set up your home for optimal learning centered around your child's interests, which will always be found math in those interests. All right, hit subscribe here on YouTube, and I will see you tomorrow. Thanks for watching. Gloria Brooks here from Nature Glows East Science.